Hi, I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. This is the Hoyt Ventum 33. I'm led to believe because there's no labelling here. This is the Bone Collector Edition. Okay. Now I don't know much about this bow, and it's probably like all my videos I do. I don't know much, but a customer traded this in, so he brought this bow from me, which I find interesting because I don't know much about the bow, so I probably wouldn't have recommended it. Okay. Because I wouldn't have shot it. I haven't done a review on it. I don't know what it shoots like. But he clearly would have wanted it or watched a review from someone. So he brought it and basically he said I shot 100 shots with it and I want to sell it because he's moving around Australia and he's just going to shoot recurve. Okay? So this is the bow. Roller cable slide, 33 inches axle to axle, shoots about 340, 334 feet per second. So it should be a fairly smooth draw. The limbs are fairly standard configuration. There's no limb locking, metal limb pockets. It's about a $2,000 bow. Rotating modules, which are good. Very thick modules, which I really like. So they're very thick and they're double-sided. I like double-sided modules, so that's really good. You can adjust the draw length here by moving backwards and forwards. That's very similar to what PSC's had for years. It's a nice draw stop. It's nice and thick at the end, nice and square, so it'll be a very solid draw at the end. These things over the end of the limbs, basically if you dry fire your bow to stop the limbs falling apart, it's meant to. Machine riser, which looks nice. The grip is very much like Hoyt do on their hunting grips, which is different to their target grips. They're rounded, so that will be interesting to see if I like this. I'm going to say the paintwork, this is a dip process from the looks of it. You can see it's lighter in here in the internals than on the externals. So it's a little bit faded on the in the inside here. So I'm going to say when it comes to camouflage paint, I don't think it's as good as the Elite bows. And then I'd have to go through each brand to see which ones sits. But to me, it's like just here. You can see the paint. I don't know if you can see in here. It's a bit spotty. But the strings look amazing. The cams look cool. So the cams have this thing here, like this edge to stop the derailing, or stop you hopefully derailing the bow if you torque the bow. This is a 60-pound bow. The draw length, I really like this here. It's got the sizes, so it goes from 26 to 31 inches. I don't know if that's on one cam or not, on one module, or you have to buy other modules. So we're just going to try shooting it, see what it shoots like. Right, so when you look at bows, and what I look for is I look for adjustability on the cam. So this seems to have good adjustability, very easy to adjust the lead off. Good roller bearings inside the cams here. Now the thing this bow doesn't have that you'll see on Bowtech Elite and PSE now, and maybe Matthews now, I don't know if Matthews has brought in for all their bows, is the ability to tune the bow without a bow press. And when I say like PSE you still need a bow press, but you can just clip them in and clip them out. With this bow, if you're going to do tuning, you've got to take the axles out and then shift this cam left to right. This is not a yoke system, this is just like a binary cam system, and I've shot a lot of binary cams and they've been fantastic. Now what's interesting with this guy when he set it up, so this thing is just a little stabilizer to take some force out. When the guy set this up, he's obviously set it up for 3D because he's got a target rest on it and not really hunting. So let's just have a shot. $2,000. And there's none of these in Australia. I couldn't find many reviews on them before doing this. There wasn't much on the web about it, which I find absolutely fascinating because I would think this would be, if you're a Hoyt dealer, I would think this is a big selling bow for you because 33 inches, all my 33 inch bows are big seller bows for me. So I would have thought this would be a big selling bow, and I would say, thankfully, none of the Hoyt dealers in Australia work that hard, and I'm not having to go at them. I feel like I am, but like, you haven't done any shooting reviews, you haven't done anything to promote your products you sell, so thank you. You know, like, I suppose, like, to do a video takes me like a day, and you know, instead of spending Sunday doing a review, they're probably Sunday going to a winery and keeping their relationship alive where my relationships don't last. So maybe they're the smart ones and I'm not. But anyway, let's see what it draws like. So it's very smooth all the way through, very smooth. I can't really feel a peak. And now I'm getting into a valley there, and I'm just going to let this down. So it when I say it dumps into the valley, it was definitely a drop in, but it's very manageable. A very nice draw, very, very nice, as good as anything I've ever drawn. But the valley, you can feel it's distinctive, it's solid, it felt good. I'm really happy with the valley. Peep sight's perfect for me. Oh, that's fast. That's an impressive little... Okay, so some comments. Very impressive. There's no vibration when you shoot the bow. It feels like it comes out like a rocket. It's only 334 feet per second, but it feels fantastic to shoot. Like, as good as any bow I've ever shot. Okay, so if you think, like, you know, the top bows on the line, you know, from Elite, from Bowtech, from PSE, from whichever the company, this is definitely up there with them, right? So it's not like you're like, this is very good. Now the grip, okay, with a grip, I am very fussy about grips. I find grip makes a big difference to my ability to aim, okay? Now sometimes it takes a while to get used to a grip, and whether this is recurve or compound, it takes a while to get used to a grip. Matthews is very particular about grips, and a lot of people rip off their Matthews grip and fit another grip. This grip is not familiar to me, okay? So it's rounded here, so it's not square like the Hoyt target bows, which are familiar to me. I'm going to say it's going to be, this grip is going to be comfortable to a hunter, because they're going to grab it and it's going to feel nice, right? But I'm used to the grips a little bit squarer and a little bit more targety. So what I'm going to say is, when I aimed, I could see a little bit of left to right shake, just like that, just a little bit. It was very steady and a lovely bow to shoot. Absolutely lovely. So lovely that because the peep sight's all set up and it's all good, I want to do another video, right? So I think I'll take this bow home and we'll put some target arrows through it, and we'll see what sort of group I can shoot with, given that it's got a peep sight and a cool sight on it, because I think I'll shoot this thing great. I really do. And again, I'll say to my Hoyt dealers, thank you very much for not promoting your products. I'm not having to go at you, but lovely bow. I'm like, and I obviously sold this bow, right? And I wouldn't have recommended it because I didn't test it before, so I couldn't have told you what it shoots like. The fact that you've got a roll of cables gets rid of gets rid of the vibration of the cables, gets rid of these cables moving backwards and forwards after the shot, so that makes it dead. The string stop here makes it dead. So overall, this bow is great. The draw cycle is great. The limbs are not under a lot of tension, so I wouldn't expect there to be many problems with limbs. Now with the Hoyt limbs, most limbs are a golden glass fiberglass limb. With Hoyt, my understanding is, because one of my friends works in the factory, they have some sort of special coating over them or a special film they put over them to make them extra strong. So they take the standard golden glass and they put a special thing over it, a special layer, which is stuck down. I can't see it on here. It definitely doesn't look like the limbs of old, and that's just probably my lack of knowledge about the product. But a beautiful bow to shoot, and I would be more than happy to shoot this. Now, this bow will be second hand. And I think when this bow was new, it was 1750. The new version is 2000 of this. The question is, where will it sell in the marketplace? And it's always a hard thing for me because unless you've sold a whole bunch of them, it's hard to know. I think in America these sold for about 1,000 US secondhand on eBay, and apparently they sell very well. And they sell very well because they're great bows to shoot. You got the ability for 2-piece, they're solid, so yeah, no wonder they shoot great. Yeah, like beautiful bow to shoot. I'd be more than happy to shoot this bow, and 2-piece quiver, which would be cool. Hoyt's got good quivers. Well, I used to have good quivers. Yeah, I mean, if this was my bow, he's got it set to 85% let off. So he's got it all the way in. I would set these forward so it doesn't go into such a big valley. So I'm actually holding more weight back there. And that's just a personal preference thing, right? So some people like a big valley so they can aim for a long time on the animal. I shoot a 50-pound target recurve, so I've got plenty of muscles. I'm used to physically sitting there holding 50 pounds to aim. So I would definitely shoot less let off because I'm comfortable holding more weight. But this is a beautiful bow, well finished. Whether it's as good as the other bows that are $2,000, that's up to you. But I'm going to say the other bows have got those tuning features, and you've got to go to the grip, whether you find this grip as comfortable and gets the same results as the other grip. So with that, that's the Hoyt Ventum 33. Very, very nice bow. I'm Stephen Hand. Thanks for watching. Bye.